Hi viewers, today we have Mr. Aaquib and Mr. Gaurav with us to talk upon how the Indian education system should go. So sir, please tell us about yourselves.
Okay, so I'm brought up in Kolkata, and I had an organization called the Vedic Math Forum India, which basically promotes the concepts of rich Indian mathematics for students. We do this online via online medium to spread the love for mathematics worldwide. That's what I do.
Myself, Aaquib Hussain, born and brought up mostly in East India. I've had a diverse kind of an upbringing, so 21 states and 13 cities and stuff like that. So, was working with IBM before this. I'm a computer science graduate, a research fellow from IIT Kharagpur. We were working on something called I&WE since we were part of IBM, and we were working on providing students a perspective while they learn, and a perspective basically on understanding how are they learning better. So we were putting them through generic stuff which was being aligned to their personality, and eventually AI being the catchword that it is, was being used in a quirky manner to understand the best in you. So that is what we were doing initially when we started up. As is the norm, MNCs get a little greedy with the product. Individuals become a little ambitious. They offered me a promotion, I offered them a resignation, and I moved on. So today, after a year and about 7 months, I&WE has taken shape. It's clocking revenues, it's clocking traction, and it's clocking perspectives. It's clocking students who are deemed by everybody else that they are not good enough. We are trying to prove to the everybody else that they are. So that's I&WE.
That's really great, sir. So there must be some issues which you all faced during the startup. So can you tell us all that? What were those issues?
Yeah, so I belong to a background where my father was a lawyer and my grandfather was also a lawyer. So I come from a family lawyer and my uncle was a chartered accountant. So when I told them that I'm pursuing a career in a field called Vedic maths, they were like all shocked. So they did not understand the scope at that point of time. Nobody could understand the scope of Vedic maths at that point of time. I'm talking about 20 years ago. And it was that time when I thought that if I would have got some mentorship support from some senior, it would have really taken to my cause. I would have really benefited from it. Because we were all young and nobody used to, हाथ पकड़ के कोई चलना नहीं सिखाता, लिखना नहीं सिखाता. So it all self-taught, and that's how things happen. So mentorship was a big challenge for me personally.
टेकरीवाल जी के बेटे एकदम से मैथ्स के प्रोफेसर बन रहे थे. सो मैथ्स के प्रोफेसर नहीं बनने देना चाहते. हमारे केस भी कुछ वैसा ही था. My mother went berserk. Why are you leaving a job which is paying you so handsomely? That's one entry barrier. You don't get the same amount of money. I still don't make the same amount of money in my company. So that was one of the barriers. That a peer pressure comes in. Your colleagues are doing great. There's a race going around, and you're not being part of it. You could have finished first in that race, etc. is imposed on you from friends, family, and the social structure.
Yeah, call the rat race.
Right, call the rat race. And we wanted to be bereft of that race. So that was one of the initial issues. And then there's a whole bucket. So we have a bucket of issues. The other issue was we want to start something from scratch, and starting from scratch is not easy. People have all kinds of perceptions about it. Okay, you're trying AI, you're trying education as a mix. There's huge resistance in the Indian education diaspora. They do not want to change. This is a 137-year-old education system. Why touch with it? ठीक है ना, महिंद्रा के.
So what were the ups and downs you faced as soon as your company started? There must be some ups and downs you faced. What are they?
What happened for us, we thought that by taking an office space, we would have a center where we would get people. I talked about 15 years back. So around that time when I started, we took a very expensive office space. So that was one of the first mistakes I did. Without having much more revenues in place. So we expected revenue, but that expected revenue never did really happen for us. So we, even though we had a good capital base, we couldn't grow that much, and we had to vacate that office very soon because we had to move on, and there were no revenues in the company at that point in time. So that was one of the major challenges I faced, that never ever spend more than your own capacity. So that was a big learning for me.
So challenges, right? There's a bucket list that I have of challenges that we have already faced and we keep on sharing with people in and around. So first challenge was the kind of team that we put up. We were all service people, all coming from relatively middle class backgrounds. None had the capital, none had the financial support, and let alone any kind of an office space support at all. So the first challenge at the onset was when I told my mother, "Ma'am, I'm done doing my jobs because I might not be cut out for that." So I told her I'm going ahead, and she was like, "इसके साथ करोगे?" मैंने बहुत लोगों का brain wash किया, देखते कितने convert होते हैं. So the brainwashing was a struggle. Kept on telling them, and then somehow what happens now, is that when you tell your own set of ideas to a set of people who are alien to that idea at the onset, you start believing in it. Start speaking to yourself, नहीं हो सकता है, ये ऐसा होगा, ऐसे ही बनेगा. So we started telling a lot of people. So I से B बनने लगा, and then and आ गया बीच में. So we started with 10 co-founders. That's a heck of a lot of people on board without a single money earned. So that was the one big challenge to start with, the kind of people and the lack of resources at all. So that's where it started.
So majorly, the major problems which we all face are resources, and then finance comes into a major play too. So seeing all these downs, there must have been some ups also.
As well as the ecosystem. I'll just add on to the last answer itself. The ecosystem also. The ecosystem is very resistant to change. As Gaurav will very rightly possibly agree with me, because he deals with a much tougher proponent of schools in India. They are completely a no-no to any new idea for some odd reason. So that's also a down.
I completely agree.
The upside.
Yeah, so in schools we face a lot of bureaucracy.
Yeah.
Whenever we used to go to schools with principals, they said, "Okay, do a free workshop, but we can't pay for it."
Right.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Oh my God, what am I getting into?"
We are a country of freebies. Right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Right.
So I understood the point of view of the schools also, because they would not, they want free, they have a limited budget, they're not a big institution in terms of finance, and there are challenges in schools. So I understood that. So what we did instead was, from 2007, we started going abroad.
Okay.
So we took the concept of Vedic maths to a place called South Africa. Why South Africa? Because the education system was completely broken out there. So one fine day I opened my inbox and I find a mail from one of the teachers in South Africa who said, "We want your program. How can you deliver it to us?" So we said, "Wow, we have a platform by which we can do it. It's Skype, and we can do it via online whiteboards. And then we give the entire program online, and that's where a new market opened up for me, because I used to just hunt for countries and cities where maths and numeracy is a big challenge, and that is where Vedic math would fit in. So that is one of the ups also for us, that we tried hard. We visited South Africa and we cracked and implemented the concept of Vedic maths in many schools out there. So that is one of the big ups.
He indigenized Vedic maths for the world. So that's how we did it. For us, the ups were the people that we had. Again, they were the downs, but they were the ups for us, because we had 10 diverse heads working, and 10 diverse heads from 10 different walks of life. I was from computer science, cloud computing, and mobile application, and all that crap which comes with IT. There were people from embedded systems, electronics. There was somebody from NCERT who was supporting me, who was a part as a co-founder. Then there were people who were just fresh out of college, so they had a huge perspective of colleges, and tier 2 and tier 3 colleges. So it brought in a lot of perspective to us. And how it added all up, again, like Gaurav's case, wherein he identified a new market altogether, we started skimming down on who did we actually want to deal with. Were it the colleges, the UGs and the PGs who are being branded today as unemployable and stuff like that, and were we about them, or were we about the schools wherein the actual seeds of all these issues are being sowed? And unfortunately, we are not working enough for that. So we started getting very planned about that. We started very diverse. So we did a Hooghly school, a rural school, which was our first paying client. We did an English communications workshop with them. Then we worked with an urban elite school in Calcutta, and we worked on interactive sciences, wherein we converted Mahendra Singh Dhoni's iconic six into something which is interactive sciences.
Wow.
So for people who always took it as a six, we were there like the pet viper of family, telling them, no, it's not a six, it's 17 physics, chemistry, biology topics. From the time the bowler starts running, there's muscular memory turning into mechanical energy, allowing him to achieve the advanced kinetic energy to reach the bowling crease and deliver a ball with a particular drift velocity, which is nothing but swing. He's opposing air viscosity, so that's resistance. The ball takes a pitch, that's limiting friction. The batsman recognizes its optical reflex. He brings his bat up, brings it down, has an impact. Newton Cha steps in. He tells us to every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. The ball traverses in opposite direction. It goes into a projectile, covers the range, and eventually there is noise. Problem was, हमने सबने ये पढ़ा है. हमने ये 17 topics कभी ना कभी अपनी जिंदगी में पढ़े हैं. We were giving them a new perspective. This can be broken digitally and physically, and we could become digital. So that was the up. There was acceptance, instant acceptance with its own set of constraints. Entry barrier to बड़ा था. Peon को समझाना सबसे मुश्किल होता है. For all you budding startup entrepreneurs and stuff like that, understand how do you talk to the bottom of the pile, because that is where your biggest challenges are. If they understand it, the principals and the deans and the administrators of colleges would always understand. You need to simplify it for them. So that was
So looking back a few years, there were many problems. Right now, how would you say where your company stands? What are your stats?
Stats, okay. Stats wise, I'm a good cow. So it's been about 21 months that we have been operational. So 1 month, not years. 21 months. Yeah. So it was July 2016 that we started. So we are going to close in maybe 23 now. So 23 months, and it's the revenue wise we're clocking anywhere close to 2 crore 50 a year. So that's the balance sheet figures, which is a big no-no nowadays because you are under GST purview. Compliance wise we are okay. Audit wise we are okay. We are covering about 123 colleges in India, about 17 universities in and across East and Northeast India. We are planning to go pan-India from August onwards. So we are launching up for one of your alma maters, that's Amity. So we are going to cover North very soon. So that's where we are headed, and about 69,000 regular subscribers to these courses, to these learning experiences, and about 38 companies with which we have signed LOIs, letter of intents. So that's
you can make 70 subscribers. I'm joining up soon.
Okay, sure, good. This is a mode of adding more subscribers. Sure.
So my subscribers are basically from 8 different countries, and don't have as high subscribers as Mr. Aaquib here.
His price points are great.
So we've been doing pretty well. I don't want to comment on my revenue right now at the moment, but we're doing pretty well.
So many of startup firms are coming up these days. So to these budding startup firms, what would you suggest?
There's a lot of startups, as you rightly pointed out, coming up from every corner of the country, which is good for the ecosystem, which is good for everybody, because ultimately India prospers. So what my suggestion to any startup would be to keep faith and don't lose hope so early in life. So just keep the faith. That's my only. Keep the faith in your idea. Keep the faith in yourself. That is what I would like to recommend.
We have a phrase which we use very normally for whatever we do. So that is our mantra. So that is what we'll share. Believe in the difference that you want to make. Keep believing in the difference that you want to make. It will work. You'll have to bang your heads, but one fine day the walls will break for yourself. And keep believing. So
there's always light at the end of the tunnel.
Thank you, sirs, for being in this discussion. It was amazing talking to you. Thank you all viewers for being with us. And if you want to know anything further, there's a link in the description. You can just